What's going on, guys? John Elder here from Codemy.com, and in this video, I want to talk about comparison operators. All right, in the last video, we looked at assignment operators. In this video, I want to look at comparison operators. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more like it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, and check out Codemy.com, where I have dozens of courses and hundreds of videos that teach you to code. Use coupon code YouTube to get $22 off membership. That's all my courses, videos, and books for a one-time fee of just $27, which is insanely cheap. Okay, so comparison operators, what do? They allow us to compare two or more things, right? Now, to use a comparison operator, we usually use a conditional statement. And we're going to look at those in the next video. In this video, I just want to look at the actual operators, the little things, the little symbols that we use. So lots of times in your coding life, you're going to compare things. That's a lot of what programming is, just comparing things. And you're going to use a comparison operator. So the first one, I've listed them here. They're the double equal to sign, the exclamation equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. So we've already seen a single equal to sign. That's not comparing anything. That's assigning. We talked about that in the last video. The double equal to is comparing. It's asking a question. It's saying, is this the same as that? Is this equal to that, right? So we can do this any number of ways. We can actually, let's just print these things out and take a look at it. We can take the number 10 and we can say, is 10 equal to 10, right? So this will evaluate to either true or false. Comparison operators always evaluate to true or false. And if they are equal, that's true. If they're not equal, that's false, right? True and false is a Boolean. That's actually a data type. We talked about that way back when we talked about data types, but we didn't really get into great detail because there's not much to it, true or false, yes or no, right or wrong, basically. So let's print this out, 10 double equal to 10. So we're saying, is 10 equal to 10, right? I think we can guess that it is true, right? And like I said, these evaluate to true or false. We can change it around. We can go, is 10 equal to 9, right? Kind of silly, but it is false. 10 is not equal to 9, right? Pretty simple. And like I said, we're going to look at conditional statements where we take action based on the outcome. So if it's true, do this. If it's not true, do that. If it's false, do that. We'll take a look at that in the next video. So the next one is this exclamation equal to, and that stands for not equal. A lot of times in computer programming languages, the exclamation mark stands for no, like danger, no. So not equal, basically what that's saying. So to use it, you just do the same thing. So is it true that 10 is not equal to 9? It is true, right? Because 10 and 9 are not equal. It's true they're not equal. You got to wrap your brain around that logic. It's true that they're not equal. Kind of weird. Let's save this and run it. And we get true. It's true that they're not equal. What if they are equal? Is it true that they're not equal? No, it's false that they're not equal. Is that right? Yeah. Got to think it through. Let's save this. This should be false, false. Let's see. Next, we have, just these things you probably learned in grade school math. Less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than and equal to. So this is less than. Is it true that 10 is less than 10? Nope. I suspect that it is false. 10 and 10 are equal. They're not less than. So that's false. But what about less than or equal to? This will be true, right? I hope. True. Why? Because it's true that 10 is either less than or equal. They're equal. 10 and 10 are equal. So that ends up being true. Likewise, if we change this to 11, 10 is less than 11. And I always remembered these when I was like 10 years old as an alligator. So when it's the mouth of an alligator is open, it's trying to eat the bigger number. I don't know. Some probably grade school teacher taught me that, but that's how I remember at the time. So let's save this. Is 10 less than or equal to 11? It's not equal, but it is less than, and so it's true. Likewise, we can go, is 10 greater than 11? Nope. 10 is most definitely not greater than 11. That is false. is 10 greater than or equal to 10, right? That would be true. 10 is either greater than or equal to. In this case, it's equal to, right? So those are the comparison operators. Pretty simple. Now we've been doing numbers with that because it just kind of makes sense. But you can do strings as well. So is John equal to John, right? And a lot of times you'll use this for like passwords. Is this password equal to the password we have for them on file, right? So you would definitely do strings. Let's see. And that's true. Now take a look at this though. It's very specific. So if we went lowercase John, is uppercase John equal to lowercase John? No, they are not the same. Python is case sensitive, remember? Uppercase, lowercase, that sort of thing. So that's false. Somebody's messaging me. Don't they know we're recording? So like I said, you can use strings, you can use numbers, you can use all the different data types. I mean, we can create a list and we go 1, 2, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So we got this list, has some numbers in it. Are these two lists equal? Well, they look equal to me. What do I know though? Boom, it's true. And we can verify, we can kind of change this. We can just go, I don't know, leave off one of them. Try it again. False. Because obviously if we look at this, this is not equal to that. So those are comparison operators. Like I said, you're going to use these just forever. I mean, they're one of these like fundamental programming concepts that almost no matter what you're doing, you're going to use a comparison operator. You'll almost always use them in a conditional statement. Like I said, we'll look at conditional statements in the next video. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, and check out codemy.com where you can use coupon code YouTube to get $22 off membership. So you pay just $27 to access all my courses, hundreds of videos, and the PDFs of all my best-selling coding books. Join over 50,000 students learning to code just like you. My name is John Elder from codemy.com. We'll see you in the next video.